Hello, and welcome to another one of our live LinkedIn webinars from Security and Safety Things. We are super happy to have you here today, streaming all the way from our home offices. My name is Cecilia. I am a digital marketing manager here at Security and Safety Things. And today I am super happy to introduce to you our friends from DataFromSky. They have a webinar prepared for you called The Sixth Sense for AI Cameras. So we have very cool content that we will be showing for you, lots of use cases and some incredible software that you can already find today in the Security and Safety Things application store. So don't forget to browse through there once the webinar is over, check it out for yourself. Also, we will be online throughout the entire webinar in the comment section below, answering questions, helping you with whatever you need. So feel free to leave a comment or a question or whatever you want to share down here. We will be answering as soon as we can. And yes, without any further ado, let me just introduce to you our partners from DataFromSky as they take the screen. Welcome, guys.
So thank you, Cecilia, for this great introduction. Hello, everyone. My name is Lenka, and I'm representative of DataFromSky team. And today, I would like to introduce you to our masterpiece in traffic intelligence. But before revealing our star, I would like to share with you the story behind. It all has started in 2014 when our brand DataFromSky was born from results of a research project. Back then, it was an engine combining artificial intelligence, video from drones, and trajectory-based approach. DataFromSky was a game changer. We came with an idea of using drones for ultimate traffic surveys instead of manual counts. And at the end, we were able to fine-tune the AI engine to get up to 30 centimeters precision in the vehicle's localization. That opened completely new use cases, such as safety evaluation based on drivers' behavior. But from the sky, we came back down to Earth, and we have extended our application portfolio. In 2017, the parking detection was launched as the full-feature advanced smart parking platform. And then we were again a bit closer to real-time traffic monitoring. Since then, the deployment grew to today's almost 24,000 of parking spots being monitored each second. And last year, DataFromSky grew into a network of almost 34 partners worldwide. We have more than 20 academic partners, and we have delivered video analytics for more than 900 traffic surveys. One example to mention, a large-scale project combining 10 simultaneously flying drones, analyzing the traffic flow in over 100 intersections at once. And this with this extraordinary progress, we were constantly approached to develop new solutions like camera-based systems for adaptive traffic lights or retail applications. But we knew that there is something wrong about the whole process workflow for these real-time systems. Because if you want to implement a new application, you have to keep in mind many aspects, like correct selection of a hardware and the software, the system deployment and configuration. You also have to train the operators on the new system. And finally, you have to integrate the system into current applications. And all of that is done on multiple levels and use cases. So you need a sensor for parking, you need a sensor for traffic, you even need a simple sensor for people counting. So that's why we set, and I'm sorry. So at the end, this scenario can look like this. It's like a total nightmare. It's too complex and too diverse network of solutions where you have one use case, you have one sensor, and for each of them, you have a separate workflow of integration. So that's why we said stop. This is not a sustainable approach to smart sensors, nor to even more complex smart cities. We realized that it would be great if there is a solution which is puzzle easy to connect with other pieces. It integrates hundreds of individual sensors into a single one and is simple to use and understandable in no time. And that's how our masterpiece Flow was born. The Flow addresses all of the pain points. It's a visual programming language, so you feel like being inside of the data while you configure your own sensor. It's very flexible, so you can adjust it according to your needs. What more, you can change the setup as many times and in as many ways you want. And it has a programmable API, so we can simply attach any video stream from any camera as one puzzle piece to Flow. But how the flow can be used in reality? There are many fields. For example, smart parking, so you can detect free or occupied spots, or even detect parking violations. In field of smart traffic, in form of simple statistics like counting or origin destination metrics, or as an input for adaptive traffic lights, or also in segment of retail, smart buildings, or security. So to sum it up, Flow is a platform giving you the ability to use one sensor for multiple purposes. It's like having hundreds of outfits with just one coat. But experience is better than 1,000 words, so please let my colleague Tom to show you the live demonstration of Flow.
Thank you, Lenka, for this wonderful introduction. My name is Tom, and I'm about to show you a live demonstration of our flow. It's very easy. You just open this application and you add here IP address where your camera is based, and you just connect directly to the camera and you're configuring it. Right now, we're going to use demo recording over here. This is exactly how it looks. So on the left side, there is a basic menu with some camera view, account information, notifications, etc. In the middle is the camera view, where we are yet waiting for the image. Here it comes. So here is actually the recording from the camera we are logged into. And on the right side here is a workspace where we are actually working and configuring everything. It's very intuitive, so we can just adjust the view exactly how we want to, zoom in and out. Here we have some more options like showing actually the IDs of the vehicles or categories or colors. You can see that it is nicely showing up, and I'm just turning it on and off, all those views. Here we have also total counts as we have here. So I will just turn off the cars, and we see that all the trajectories of cars are now off. Can turn off bicycles or pedestrians as well. And now we see only these selected trajectories. Anyway, let's turn everything on. We have it on. All in all, since I started the demo, there has been 40 objects detected. So let's start configuring the sensor. Let's start with something very simple, just some traffic counter. So first thing what we will do, we will create a zone, simply like this. We will just create a zone in the video, one zone, one gate, another gate. Let's rename the gate so we know this is the south inbound. And this is the city center gate. Wonderful. And now we want to know how many cars and actually all the vehicles are coming from the south inbound directly to the city center. So we will just create a movement between those two gates like this. We will just rename the movement. to the city center, so we know what does it mean. Select it and drag and drop it to the workspace like this. And now we are configuring the filter. We see right now that 11 vehicles matched the filter, going from one gate to the other. But all the objects are included here. But we don't want that. We want to filter it based on category. So we add category filter for cars, light vehicles, heavy vehicles, bus, motorcycle. We're not interested in bicycle or pedestrians. So we apply these settings and we just simply connect this filter to the movement. And now we see that actually all the 11 were vehicles or motor vehicles. Beautiful. That is a very simple filter, just like counting. In the same way, we can create wrong way direction. So here is a turning lane, and this turning lane is obviously supposed to be used only in this direction. So we want to be informed when there is a vehicle going opposite direction. We'll again create two gates. Let's just rename it. Turning lane 1. Turning lane 2. And again, we will create the move in the opposite direction, right? So that's exactly what we want to know. And we will name it wrong way. We'll select the move and drag and drop it to the workspace like this. Beautiful. Now, with this simple filter, we are detecting wrong way vehicles going in this turning lane. Again, it's detecting all the objects. So if we want to adjust the same category as here, we can just simply, again, drag and drop, connect it like this. And we see that there were actually 0 vehicles, which is good. Okay, we have another sensor set. Let's do one more very quickly. We'll create another gate over here, and we rename it as outbound south. And we want to know the U-turn right here in this direction. So we again create a movement exactly in the way the vehicle would did, like this. We'll rename the movement into U-turn and select it and drag and drop it to the workspace. Beautiful. Now we have another sensor set for U-turn. So any U-turn which was done between these two gates, it is detected. Currently it's 0. So no car did a U-turn over here, which is exactly what we wanted. Wonderful. This was a very simple showcase of just movements. Let's do something more sophisticated and let's create a zone. So I will create a zone in the core of the intersection, just like this. And let's say I will just adjust it very simply. I want it to be like this. Yes, wonderful. And let's rename the zone into intersection core, right? What do we want to know? We want to know if there is any car stopped in the intersection core for some amount of time, so it's blocking the intersection. Let's again do exactly the same logic and drag and drop the zone over here in the workspace. And now we see that there were 72 objects passing this zone. We don't want that. We want to know whether there are some vehicles blocking the intersection. So we add one more filter, which is stationary duration, connected with the intersection core, with the zone, and we set the value to be greater than 30 seconds, because if there is a vehicle more than 30 seconds, it is standing there and blocking the intersection. Now, again, we can connect it with the category filter, just like this. And now we are filtering only the motor vehicles. And we see that there is actually there was no car in that zone for more than 30 seconds. Let me just change the filter to 10 seconds for the demo purposes. And now we see that there was one car which stopped there for more than 10 seconds. All right, beautiful. We have created these filters over here, these sensors. Now we want to get the data out of it. So we will just switch the view to widgets. And let's say that here is the filter to know the vehicles to the city center. Let's say that we want to add the distribution of widget. Let's rename it to vehicles to the city center. We want to show the category distribution, and let's add new color. So if it's between 0 and 1, it will show beautiful green color. If it will be 2 to 3, it will show orange color. If it will be 4 to 100 or 400, doesn't matter, it will show this turquoise color. Apply the settings. Now what I did, I just added a widget of dashboard to this filter. So if we switch the view towards the dashboard, here we see the widget. And we see that there were 21 cars, 1 light vehicle, and that's it. No other vehicle went to the city center. Let's do some more widgets. Let's say that we want to know whether there is a car going wrong way. So we'll just drag and drop the value, and we say that we want wrong way. That's the title, and we want to be we want to know how many cars went the wrong way. Apply the settings, and again in the dashboard we got a new widget, wrong way amount. There is 0 because no car did the wrong way. Let's add one more to the stationary duration, which will be the statistical value. Again, we'll add it over here, and we want to know what was the stationary duration in that zone. Intersection core, and we apply those settings, and we got again new widget over here in the dashboard, which is showing average time in the zone, or maximum time, minimum, or median. So in average there were like 17 seconds, but maximum was 20 seconds. Beautiful. One more thing what we can do, we can say that that these two are actually some kind of traffic violations. So we can merge them all together with a union operator, very simply, just like this. And we got a total number of vehicles which violated some traffic rules on this intersection. We see that currently there is 0, but if there would be some here, we would see the number. Okay, so we set the filter, we created some basic dashboard, which we can just simply adjust just like this in any way we want, actually. There's one more thing what we can do and we should do is actually set up sinks. Sinks are some kind of outputs of the data. So exactly in the same way as we have the dashboard, we can set up sinks, which will get us the data to third-party applications. So again, it might be a distribution, it might be a simple value or a table. Basically, the same way as widgets works also the sinks. If you want to know more information about how to get the data, here with the help, you got redirected immediately to our help section, where is documentation about APIs. Wonderful. So what we did, we just created, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4 sensors from one camera view.
Thank you for this great demonstration of flow capabilities, Tom. If any one of you already wants to experience flow in the same way, go to the SaaS store and download the Flow Traffic app or any of the 3 other applications available there. In case you have an AI camera, you can directly test it on your own. If you don't have any AI camera available yet, so don't worry, you still have a chance to test our traffic brain. You can go to our web ai.datafromsky.com and upload their recorded video and then download the processed results. Then in the flow, you can apply the same logics and filters that you have seen in our demonstration. One more note, the current corona situation is still escalating and it's affecting not only our daily lives, but also the traffic. And that's why we have decided to launch a community project to gather some kind of data sets before, during, and after the COVID crisis. We basically want to analyze the changes of the behavior of traffic and people. So if you feel like contributing to this open project, please upload any video to the same platform. Thank you everyone for your time and for your attention to our online webinar. We really appreciate it. In case you have any questions or if you would like to know more information about the traffic framework, just feel free to reach out to us. Also, big thanks belongs to the SaaS team. So again, thanks a lot. Have a nice day, and remember, let the traffic flow with Flow.
Well, that wraps it up for today. I would like to thank again our partners from DataFromSky for joining us here. If you didn't manage to catch this webinar live, but you still have any comments or any questions, feel free to leave them here below. We will still be answering them as soon as we can. And if this webinar sparked your interest, feel free to browse for our application store. We have currently more than 50 AI-enabled apps and an ever-growing list of softwares that are available there for trial and for purchasing. So I'm pretty sure that you will find there some software that might solve a problem for you or for your client. We also have a very interesting list of camera manufacturers that will be announcing cameras in the upcoming months running our OS, so also stay tuned for that. I would also like to invite you to join us next week in our next webinar featuring AI tech, also some very cool content we'll be sharing with you. And yes, that's it for today. So stay safe, stay healthy, and thank you very much for joining. See you next time.